verse 45.
Yes, sir. Verse 45.
Verse 45. Moreover,
Uh-huh.
all these curses
So everything that we just stated before, right? All of these curses are going to do what? Read?
shall come upon
They're
thee
going to be on you. And what?
and pursue thee.
And pursue you. So whatever country you go to, whatever street you go to, them curses are still there. You know what I'm saying? Them bywords, them proverbs, they're still there. Read?
And overtake thee.
And they're going to overtake you. You know what I'm saying? So wherever you go, they're there. Whatever country, we can go to them Portugal, we'll get treated the same. You can go to China, you'll be seen as astonishment. You know what I'm saying?
I've never understood it.
There's a reason why. Read.
Till thou be destroyed.
Shall be what?
Till thou be destroyed.
So you be destroyed mentally. Physically, that happened during slavery, or mentally. Because now you've succumbed to everything, you're thinking, damn, the only way that I can succeed in this place is if I forget about my heritage. You know what I'm saying? And then adopt theirs. Right? Read on.
Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
That's why, because we didn't keep the commandments. We didn't do that. The Israelites did not keep the commandments. So that's why they're in the predicament they are today. Read.
To keep his commandments and his statutes, which he commanded thee.
Right. Read.
And they shall be upon thee for a sign.
For what?
For a sign.
What does a sign do? What does a sign do? Like if I said, damn, let me go to, I don't know, let me go to 3 right now. Let me go Primark. How do I know where to go?
How do you know where to go?
How do I know where to go? In that sense.
Before you meant like a premonition.
Nah. The sign is what? Sign shows you something.
Right, yeah.
It shows you something. So these curses are going to show you who the Israelites are today. Right? Read.
And for a wonder.
And for what?
And for a wonder.
The same thing as an astonishment that I said in verse 37. They're going to be wondering, damn, how are these people like this? Why are we like this? Like he just said, you don't understand why in China or in Asian countries we're seen as an astonishment. We're seen as a bad thing. Why? Read.
And upon thy seed forever.
Nah, for a season.
Forever.
It was only for that time.
Forever.
It's back then and it's here today. You know what I'm saying? Read on.
Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart.
Because we didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? The Israelites had a God, right? A God that was for them. But they didn't take that seriously. They said, nah. Forget about you, God. I want to be like everyone else. You know what I'm saying? Read on.
For the abundance of all things.
For the abundance of all things. Because this whole entire world was made for the Israelites. It was. Read.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
Thy what?
Thine enemies.
So because of that, because the Israelites said, nah, to hell with you, God. I'm going to do my own thing. What is going to happen? Read.
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
So the Lord sent these enemies against the Israelites. Right? Read.
In hunger.
In hunger.
And in thirst.
And in thirst.
And in nakedness.
And in nakedness. Read that again.
In
hunger.
In hunger.
So in hunger. You see all these food shops here. Who owns them? Or which nation owns them? It ain't me. It ain't you. It ain't none of these world leaders that you see here today. Our world leaders in Africa ain't them. Who do you think it is? The other nations that rule that. Read it.
In thirst.
In thirst. 7 Trent waters. Who owns that? Because that's the water that goes throughout this entire city. You know what I'm saying? We don't own that. Even bottles of water comes free from the sky. The water comes free from the sky, from the seas, from the ocean.
That's the funniest thing about, when man talk about, yo, you're coming to my block, coming to my end, to my thing.
You don't own it. That's what we're saying. Like, them wars there, you don't own them streets. You know what I'm saying? You don't own, the government don't own, you know what I'm saying? It's the government's thing, not yours. You know what I'm saying? Read on.
And in nakedness.
And in nakedness, the clothes on your back. Does it say it's made in, where you from? Jamaica. Does it say it's made from Jamaica? Does it say it's made from Trinidad? From Antigua? Does it say that? No. It says made in Indonesia, made in China, made in this, that, and the third. It ain't your countries. You know what I'm saying? Read on.
And in thirst.
And in what?
And in nakedness.
Read on.
And in want of all things.
And in want of all things. You want to get your driver's license. You want to get your birth certificate. You want to get your national insurance. You want to get all these things for you to sustain yourself in this land. Where do you go to? You go over to your government. You ain't going to your own people. You know what I'm saying? Read on.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
And he will put a what?
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
When did that happen? Right here. That's a yoke of iron. You understand? Upon our necks to win.
until he have destroyed
until
thee.
he have destroyed you mentally and physically. So that now, like I said before, you're gonna think, okay, cool, I'm not an Israelite anymore. That's not me. I'm one of you. You know what I'm saying? I'm no longer an Israelite, I'm black. I'm no longer an Israelite, I'm a Native American. You know what I'm saying? You succumb to that. Give me verse 64. Verse 64. One more, and then I'm gonna go into something else. Yeah? Because all of this is to identify who the Israelites are.
Yeah.
All right? And do you believe in God?
I do.
Okay, cool. Was it Christianity, right? I'm guessing?
I don't believe in religion. But
You don't believe in religion? That's a good thing. This Bible is not a religious book, it's a heritage book. It's about history. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's important to know our history. Yeah? Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 64.
Uh-huh.
And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people.
That happened during slavery, right? The Israelites were scattered throughout the entire globe. You understand? That's why you can find out people that's been there in India for years, for centuries. People don't know that, right? Because they're scattered everywhere. Read.
From one end of the earth,
So from one end, from the US to where?
even unto the other.
All the way across, everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Read.
And they shall And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from one end of the earth, even unto the other. And there shalt there thou shalt
Our
serve
history according to
other
the Bible.
gods.
Check
Right.
it out,
So
yeah?
in these lands that they're gonna be in, that the Israelites are gonna be in, they're gonna serve other gods, right? But what are the gods that they're gonna serve? Read.
Which neither thou nor thy fathers have known.
Right. So the Israelites never knew them. Their forefathers never knew them. Read it.
Even wood and stone.
Even wood and stone. What do you think they represent? The wood. What do you think that represents? Okay, cool. Now that's all good. How about I give you this, right? Christianity. That's what it represents. They're the two biggest religions. It's Christianity. You see that in throughout the entire world, Christianity is running the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Next one. Read it again. Wood and
stone.
Stone. What do you think that stone is? What's the second biggest religion? And what stone do they have in Mecca? Is it Mecca, right?
Yeah.
The what? The Kaaba stone, that black stone that they think came from the sky. But that's a religion. You know what I'm saying? The Lord said what? The Israelites never knew that. They're fake gods.
Black history.
You know what I'm saying? Verse 68 now.
Verse 68.
And
the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
You go into Egypt again. What do you think Egypt means? Egypt, right? If you read in Exodus 20 verse 2, we won't go there for time's sake. It means bondage, house of bondage, which is another word for slavery, right? So read that again.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Moses is telling the Israelites that they're going to go into Egypt, meaning slavery again, right? But this time you're not walking through. What's going to happen, Reed?
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
Who did that happen to in world history? Happened to the Israelites, right there. You packed like sardines. You know what I'm saying? Read.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee.
By the same way I'm speaking unto you right now. Read.
Thou shalt see it no more again.
Thou shalt see it no more again, meaning the homeland of Israel. You're not going to see it anymore. You know what I'm saying? You can go there now, but it ain't prospering. It's just flat desert. You know what I'm saying? It was never like that before. You understand?
Black
Read.
history.
And there you shall
Check
be
it out,
sold.
yeah?
So in these lands that we were in, whether it was England, Russia, Spain, what was going to happen to us? Read.
Unto your enemies.
You were sold unto our enemies. Read.
For bondmen.
For bondmen and what?
And bondwomen.
Slave man and slave women. That's what you were sold when you were in these lands. You know what I'm saying? Read.
And no man shall buy you.
And no man shall buy you. It's an old English saying. When it says buy you, it means redeem you from that state. Even today, I know we have, Ibrahim Traore. He's trying to revolt and trying to do his own thing, right? But what does the Lord say? Read it again. That last part.
Last part. Thou shalt see no more again. And there you shall be sold unto your enemies.
Right.
For bondmen and bondwomen. And no man shall buy you.
No man shall redeem you from that state. I know he's doing a good thing. But we've already had so many black leaders that have tried it. They tried to liberate and try and bring everyone back together. But what happened to them? It fell to naught. You know what I'm saying? And that's ordained from the Lord.